Now it's time for a free winner for Saturday, September the 28th. Folks, I'm going to be extremely blunt with you. I am Joe Duffy, America's only Grandmaster Handicapper. If you're not a client of Joe Duffy's picks, it is quite obvious that winning bets is simply just a bonus for you. If you insist on winning picks, pros flock to Joe Duffy's picks at offshoreinsiders.com. This is an actual premium play that we have for my clients on Saturday at Offshore Insiders. It is to go with Arizona plus 10 against Washington. That is offshoreinsiders.com, obviously. Now, we told you before this year started the Wildcats' defense would be the most improved in the nation. Ravaged by injuries last year and learning from a complicated 3-3-5 defense with Jeff Castile, fellow graduate of California University of Pennsylvania, the Wildcats were forced to throw a bunch of players to the Wolves. Baptism by fire, the Wildcats return a stunning 20 players on defense who started at least one game last season. 3 games, they've held each of their opponents at 13 or fewer points. They're allowing 3.40 yards per rushing attempt versus teams normally getting 3.8 and 5.2 passing yards per attempt versus teams that usually get around 6, and 4.4 yards per play to 4.8. So they're holding squads to 8.5 points below their normal average. Now, it does look like there is rain, which is going to happen in this game. It's going to hurt Washington, the team that's picked up their pace, rather than Arizona, a team that's become more run-oriented this year. Cats did have a week to prepare for this game in a bizarre scheduling anomaly. They do not play again until October the 10th, so they can put all their focus on this match. Arizona crushed Washington last year 52-17, commencing their 8-2 straight-up run. Underdogs of 3.5 to 10 points, forcing 2.5 or more turnovers per game off of consecutive games with 1 or fewer offensive turnovers. Pretty impressive 80-42 against the spread. Now, we'll grant you this is the biggest test of the year for the Wildcats, but if they handpicked their schedule to focus purely on this game, how could they have done a better job? They're undervalued and in a strong spot. Arizona's averaging 322 yards rushing per game, led by Kadeem Carey, who has 299 yards and 4 touchdowns. This is despite missing the opener because of a suspension. Well, guys, you want to buy our picks at Joe Duffy's Picks at offshoreinsiders.com. First Wise Guy play goes at noon Eastern Time, but then you got a humongous play at 3:30 Eastern Time, the CBS Game of the Year, which is going to be that LSU-Georgia game. And as you know, 26 years of releasing public picks from the score phones through the internet, our major plays have hit at a substantially higher rate than Game of the Year plays you're going to get anywhere else. That's right. So speaking of that, again, the CBS Game of the Year, 3 Wise Guy plays. You got 2 majors as well, and it all is just $17. You're not going to get these picks more expensively anywhere else. These are where we post them first at offshoreinsiders.com, www.offshoreinsiders.com.